Yo guys, it's Waru back again with another video. It's been a century, my dudes. Today, I'm going to be talking about James. Okay, so as much as Smack ranted and got annoyed by him, at the end of the day, even he agrees that James has quickly become one of the most interesting characters in episode 3, after Minerva of course, in his opinion. Why? Because Smack has a thing for redheads apparently. Today, we're going to talk about James and his character and role from episode 3. Now understand that we're not going to talk about everything related to episode 4 since we're saving all of that for later, as we want to tackle everything possible from episode 3 first. Anyway, James is an interesting character, or I guess Whisperer. Let's talk about it. But before we begin, let's get this video to 500 likes, and without further ado, let's do this. Alright, to start off, we're gonna go with his background. What do we know about him so far from episodes 2 and 3? He's an ex-whisperer who doesn't believe in killing walkers. They walk, live, and sometimes guide them, which is crazy. He left his group because he saw them doing messed up stuff and he's got a good heart. And now he uses walkers not just to protect others, but save himself, but to protect walkers as well, which is pretty weird, but whatever. Yeah, it's true, he got his own place where he quote-unquote protect walkers since his previous group used these walkers as weapons, which makes a lot of sense, but he can't get himself to see so many walkers getting killed. In episode 3, he opened up about his sexuality, that he had a boyfriend back in the day, confirmed that he's gay, and I'm pretty sure they didn't add this part specifically to stop people shipping Clem with James. I don't know, just saying. This is Smack's script, by the way. Right after the episode 2 ending, it was kind of clear that we're going to see James very soon, and after that trailer, it was confirmed even more that we're going to use his help to sneak inside Delta and save our friends. However, it was more than that. Yeah, sure, that using his help and getting her to Delta so that we can use them as shields and get inside was the main plan, but this is The Walking Dead after all. Things do not go as planned, not even close. His personality and role was divided into 2 parts. One, that he wants us to see walkers the way that he does, and 2, his part and role with AJ now that was something that came out of nowhere. You see, people still ask questions as to why and what was the purpose of that whole walking with walkers thing. What did James wanted us to see in there? Now, this is pure speculation and a theory. But the reason we went inside and saw the entire thing, the whole wind chime plot, was basically making us look at things from their perspective. You see, walkers listen and react to noises, smell. However, when you got inside as one of them, you see they were pushing each other at first, but we hit that wind chime. They all kind of got together. At that time, we were expecting them to kind of run each other over just to get to that noise and act all violently, but they didn't. They got together peacefully, and they got together as one group. Hearing that wind chime kind of let out their inner selves. The real person got in control, well, temporarily, not physically but mentally, even for a few seconds. Now that, and this is what James wanted us to see, that they're not that violent, they're not all monster. James' theory is kind of a flop, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, that was our interpretation of that entire scene. Alright, so number 2, or I guess the second part about James' character, is that he worried about AJ. You see, when AJ told him that he killed someone, to which he was shocked, and it's stupid, this is Walking Dead after all. You can't survive out here without killing at least 1 or 2. You gotta make your hands dirty. Anyways, from that moment, we started to get worried about AJ and how if he kills one more person, he'll become something worse and would not be able to go back to his childish self, a self that he's fighting from inside, a self that he's trying to balance. That self might get lost and something worse and horrible might take control. I mean, he's still 6, but who knows, we might get a mini Carver. When Clem told AJ to shoot Lily, this is where James was like, oh no no no. It's all over for AJ, and yes, you can see AJ's reaction. He was zoned out at that moment. The feeling he got after shooting Lily, he kept on shooting her even after she was dead. That was a reaction. The uncontrollable self that James was afraid that he'd get after this, which to some extent is true. Clem just wants to give AJ the childhood he deserves, raising him in this tough world around monsters and becoming this tough at this age. You can't help but feel bad for AJ. The poor kid is trying his best to stay balanced, trying to be normal around others when he doesn't even know what a normal being is. Balancing 2 sides at this age is very tough, and that's why James was worried. But does that mean Clem isn't? Of course she is. She's the only person that truly and genuinely cares about AJ. I mean, her Tennessee. see, but you know what I mean. Her being alive to this point has always been about AJ, his survival, his learning, his techniques, his growth, the mother she wants to become, the childhood she wants to give AJ. It's honestly the best story you could have in an apocalyptic world like this. So now we know why James was worried, because they, the writers, wanted to remind us, the players, of how important AJ is, not just to the story, but to Clementine. And if we care a little bit about Clem, caring to say about AJ should be our #1 priority, since that's all what Clem wants at this point in her life. So in conclusion, Telltale's writing for this season has been on point so far. Can they finish this up with the same pace? So many people are expecting some good stuff for the final episode. What are they going to do with James from now? Even though he's dead in one playthrough, but he threw a major impact on everyone. Without his help, it would have been impossible to get inside Delta. Without his help at the boat, Tennessee might have got himself or others killed. So for the one playthrough where he dies, R.I.P. James, we'll remember you and your efforts for everyone. You're a real hero. I really want to sing that one song from Titanic, but we don't have enough time. So for the other playthrough where James lives and Lily dies, you better show up again or else, now that we're interested in your character. Anyways, with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Remember, if you like what we do on this channel, hit that like button. If you want to support us, make sure to subscribe and become an official member of the SmackNPie. I'm Waru, and subscribe to my channel too, link in the description. And until next time, yeet!